Hi y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, it is sunrise on the Tennessee River. That sun's about to peek up over the horizon, and I'm about to drop some baits down to go after some big catfish today. I've got a skipjack head and a chunk here. That's the two baits I'm going to start with, and I'm going to suspend them right off bottom, off the end of this point here, which should be roughly 40-ish feet. Don't have a graph on this kayak, so we just kind of horseshoes and hand grenades out here today, just trying to get close enough, but it should be somewhere around 40 some odd feet deep as these dang sirens go by. If y'all done something, if a cop's coming to get you, I ain't leaving the water to come bail you out today, so you better get your own bail bond, guy. But let's get these baits on here, and then hopefully after these cops go by, we can have some peace and quiet again and get to enjoying this beautiful sunrise out here and this beautiful day. Let's get to it, y'all. We got a rod going down. The chunk, buddy, the chunk. Oh man, he's gonna pull too now. Oh buddy, he's gonna pull a little bit. Come on up here, fish. All right, we hooked up, y'all. Fish number one. Feels pretty good. That ain't my chunk. I got a head and a chunk. I'm just fishing two rods today because I'm in my, what I call my bare bones kayak. Just two rod holders, no graph, no motor. Just out here, my fun fishing kayak. I've set up on the end of this point, and my plan is to set here either for the duration of my trip this morning, or if I wasn't getting bit here, I was going to slide downstream a little bit. There's a deeper hole downstream. It's like 65, 70 feet deep. I thought I might sneak down there, but we hooked up right away with a fun size fish, looks like here. We got an old fun sizer for fish number one. All right, I'm happy with that. This fish gonna get to see the sunrise, folks. You think he's ever saw one before? It's peeked up over the trees and the clouds over there. This fish gonna get to see it. Come on over here, fish. I want to show you something. Oh Lord. Oh man, y'all, this fish, oh, he got y'all wet too, man. He got the lens wet. I've got water dripping off my nose right now, y'all. Lord, let me get the camera cleaned off here. We'll land this thing. Boy, he's got a bad attitude. Here I am trying to show you a sunrise fish. He's burping at me now. You nasty fish. This is a bad attitude fish right here. I'm sick of you already. Think I'm all gonna act like you. I don't want to catch another one. Come on up here, fish. Hold yourself. Whoa, whoa. I don't know what that fish's problem was with you. He didn't have a problem with me. He had a problem with you. I don't know what it was about you he didn't like, but he wasn't having nothing of it, was he? He didn't want to be landed. He didn't want to sit here and be still, and he did not want to be held up from that camera. I'm soaking wet, man. He got me right in the face, got y'all in the face when he splashed. Lord almighty. All right, well, I'm gonna cut another bait. I'll show you my rig and here, all that. I don't think I went over that when I was rushing to get everything done this morning, but I'll show you that. We'll drop another bait down, and hopefully, man, I hope a next one's got a better attitude than that. I'm gonna cut another skipjack here. I'm gonna get this first section of the bait right behind the head. When I'm using a chunk, that piece right there is my favorite. I don't know why they seem to like that one individual section so well, but if you're going to get a better quality fish on a body section, usually it's going to come from that piece. The farther you get down behind the dorsal fin there, it seems like the worse you do. But here we go on this fish. Not only did that last fish act that way, he had my line all tangled up around my sinker there. Well, let's put this thing on. We'll get it here. We'll get it situated here directly, folks. We're going to get everything sorted back out. That fish done a number on us. I don't know why he's got to be like that way toward you. But my rig here, this is my suspend fishing rig. We got a egg sinker there, 8 ounce. That's basically a Carolina rig. We've got a swivel down to 80-pound monofilament down to my hook. That's a 10-aught size Mustad Demon Circle. We got our bait on, and then below that on the tag end of the hook, I've got a Catfish Sumo bait stalker fly. And we're going to drop that down to, 40-ish feet. No way of knowing for sure without a graph, but we really don't need it. And we're going to, that sinker's on bottom right now, I feel it. We're going to reel that rod tip down a little bit, raise the whole rig up, and set it in the rod holder. So now that bait is just off the bottom, couple 3 feet. Not an exact science, but as these fish work up onto this point, I want them just kind of swimming into that bait. I want it to be right there in their face as they make their way up to feed. And I have seen, as the sun is coming up, some fish, some shad over here flipping along this point, and in this little pocket over here, it looked like some other fish, whether it be, largemouth bass or white bass or whatever. It looked like they were chasing bait at times too and kind of popping over there. So there is some bait on this point. We just need some catfish to get active and work their way up on it. Nice takedown right there. That's on the head. That's on the head. I was just sitting here, nothing happening, and boom. Nailed it. I was contemplating giving him maybe 20-30 more minutes, and I was going to slide on down. This one right here has changed my mind. He feels good, man. He's just down there with it, buddy. He's just solid down there. There, he come up a little bit. Okay. Man, that's a strong fish. I think it's a blue, though. I feel him rolling in. Man, that's fun, y'all. I love that boom. And then the kayak starts to tip a little bit. This kayak, I ain't got the graph, I ain't got no live scoping it like my other one, so these fish, it ain't like I see them coming, It's completely unexpected when they nail it. There we go. Yeah, that's a little better than the last one. It's another quality fish right there. I hope this one likes y'all better than the last one did, because that last catfish had a big problem with y'all. I still don't know what y'all done to him. I don't think he's going to get over it, though. Okay, fish, what do you think? You ready to come in? He says he'll come in when he's dang good and ready. Okay, come on in. Come on in, fishy. Let's get these hooks out the way. I don't want to be wearing any of them this morning. I ain't into the whole piercing thing. The fish right there, he says he likes his women to be pierced, but he don't like the piercings himself. I can't get that dang. Lord, I got it wrapped around my pedals. There we go. Hold yourself up there, fish. Nice, y'all. That's a quality fish right there. I knew when he hit it and he stayed down, man. I got me a good one right there. On the head bait. Just soaking these 2 baits, and normally I fish with 4 rods in my other kayak. You can fish with as many as you want, but if you are where the fish are, if you got your baits where they need to be when they're feeding, 2 rods is plenty. Just offer up a couple different cuts of bait, a couple different options of bait if you got multiple options, All right, let's let this big guy go. At least he's been a little bit more calm than that last one. All right, Blue Kitty, going out of here. There you go. Whoo! All right, y'all. That one's at least fist pump worthy, more so than the last one. That last one, I wouldn't have give him a fist pump, even if he had been worth it, the way he acted. Well, let's check out our bait here, see what it looks like. We may go ahead and just switch it out. I got plenty of bait today, so I ain't going to be very conservative. I don't like being conservative with bait when I've only got 2 rods anyway. I want everything down there as fresh and as good a condition as possible when you've only got 2 options for them. Boy, he's got that, man, he had the whole dang thing run through. Most days I would leave that on because it still looks like being really good shape, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch it out just because we got the 2-rod setup today. All right, there's our next bait going down. Another head, that one right there. It's got all the bloody goodness in it. Send it down there, raise it up 2 or 3 feet, and kick back, relax. Wait on that next big bite. That head just got hit. That head just got hit. It's going down. Oh, yep. Oh, man. There we go. We hooked up again, man. It's been a while, y'all. I was thinking about sliding on down again. There's a boat right down there. I don't know if you can see on video. They're kind of in the area where I was wanting to go. There's a hole down there. And so they're setting on it. So it's like, well, the universe is just telling me to stay where I'm at, I guess. Thankful I did at the moment, because we're hooked up again right here. Oh man, is he back there in my anchor rope? Oh, he is. I feel him. This kayak here, I don't have the motor, the spot locks. I've got like a physical anchor. It's a 10-pound dumbbell. So I don't have any current, and I'm just fishing slack water out here today, so. Oh man. He's in that dang anchor rope. Let me just give him a little slack, see if he'll come out of it. He's still on there, I feel him. I really don't want to pull up that anchor. We may have to, though. Oh man, he went right back there into it. He's definitely still on. I think he's probably just run circles around the daggone thing. He may have just come out of it just then. Yeah, he just come out of it. We're back in the game. Boy, we got lucky right there. We got lucky right there, folks. I gave him a little slack and gave him an opportunity to redeem himself, and he did. We're going to pat this fish on the back when we get him up here. Y'all may need to put your sunglasses on. You're looking right into the sun right now. Get your shades on, people. I got mine on. Yeah, that's another good fish. It's a blue. Yeah, another good fish. We ain't getting many bites, but the fish we're getting are solid. Solid fish this morning. This is another one on the head bait. Oh, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Y'all, this fish, he ain't hooked good. The hook ain't even in his mouth. The hook ain't even in his mouth, y'all. I think he come undone down there on the anchor. On the anchor rope. He worked himself free, but the stinger hooks got him. The stinger hooks got him in the fin. Oh, we got lucky on this one. The stinger hook has saved us. I guarantee you he worked himself free on that anchor rope down there. I don't know how this thing is still holding. So I'm pretty sure it's just got him in the fin. We may not land this one, y'all. The stinger hook. Catfish Sumo bait stalker flies, man. It saved us a fish here, at least temporarily. Now can we get a hold of the dang thing and get him landed before he pops it? You coming in here, fish, you've caused all kinds of problems. Look at that hook, man. It's got him right there in a daggone fin, man. It's got him in the armpit. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Let's see if we can get that thing out of you. Look right there, man. Look at that. Got him right there in the armpit. I'd bet you anything he worked himself free down there when he was wrapped up in that anchor rope. And you rolled into the fly, buddy. We got you. Well, folks, it ain't always pretty. We got the job done. Another solid fish right there. Another fun size. Heck of a battle between the fish and the anchor. We got it done in the end, though, didn't we, fish? He ain't happy about it. He's got one of them I don't even know what they are, them lice looking things over here. I'm gonna put him down here a second and show you something with the camera. You sit right there, fish, and be good. I want to show these people something. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera or not. I'm gonna set him right here. Look at this thing. You see that? Get it move around there. Of course, it ain't gonna move when I'm needing it. There it goes. I don't know what them things are, but they like lice or something. Dang fish has got cooties is what he's got. Once you get on out of here before you give them to me, fish. Get on out of here. Use a fun time anyway. As he belly flops out. There he goes. Oh man. We got lucky multiple times. We was lucky to land it. We was lucky we didn't have to pull up our anchor rope here. I'm a lucky person, y'all. Always have been. Well, let's get our bait back on. He's done thrown off that head. We'll switch it out. I think what I'm gonna do is just refresh everything anyway. It had been a while down there. These baits have been soaking, so we'll just go ahead and put on a fresh head and a chunk and just spruce everything up. Something's after that head bait. My gosh, he's got it. He's got it, man. Oh boy, he's gonna pull up the trap too, ain't he? Let's get us another one. Head bait is popular thus far. I'll put a fresh one on after that last fish. Switched out my chunk too. Got them other fellas sitting down there on that hole, which I was gonna work my way down to, but hopefully we can just keep getting them right here. I was a little worried when they set up that any fish that were in that hole and maybe working up this way, they're gonna work back up into this point or back in this creek here, they may be cutting off my scent, you know, but there's just not any noticeable current flow they're generating at the dam way downstream. But where I'm sitting, there's not really any noticeable flow, so I don't know that it even really matters at this point if somebody's technically downstream of you or not in this situation, because I don't think that the current is really dispersing the scent. I think we're really just dependent on fish working up on this point to find our baits. But this one here, he found it, buddy. He ain't quite as big as that last one, but he's another what I call fun size fish right here. I like them fun sizers because they fun, y'all. Come up here, fish. Let's bring you in one time. He says, I'll gladly come in, sir. That bait, man, that bait still looks perfect. It's going back down here in just a second. Well, let's hold us another one up there that's big enough to be front camera worthy. Not as big as his friend, but oh Lord. I don't know if you can see that crawling on his head there, y'all. He's got cooties too. The whole family down there's got cooties. They need you need to get some treatment for lice, fish. That's what you need to do. This fish, he says they all got it. They just used to it. He wouldn't know how good he'd feel if he didn't have cooties. Get out of here. He splashed me on the way out. He didn't like me pointing that out to y'all about the cooties. He's embarrassed about it. All right, let's get that bait back down there real quick. Head bait, outproducing the chunk, but probably gonna leave the chunk down there just for variety's sake. I do have one crappie in my cooler. You know, I may put that on. We may, see, there's that head, man. It's still, I mean, that fish he didn't even knock any blood out of it, don't look like. So I'm gonna drop it down, but I think I may put that crappie on this other rod over here. That way we'll have two different types of baits. And I may put that crappie head on it too, just to, put another head bait down, since that seems to be what they're preferring, at least thus far this morning. Yeah, let's cut this crappie up. I got one of them while I was skipjack fishing, kind of a surprise type thing. I wasn't expecting to catch no crappie out there, but you know, you got a little jig, which is what I throw for skipjacks. I'm catching them with crappie jigs, so you just never know what you're going to catch on a setup like that. But I'm gonna take these fins, we'll trim them off there. They ain't serving no purpose. We'll throw that down there, and yeah, we'll give these fish one a head bait. We'll give them another option. Down it goes. I can hear the crappie fisherman's hearts breaking. as we speak. Well, I turned the camera on because we had one after this head bait. I think he thought better of it. No, he's still after it there. I can see my rod tip wavering. That's some shenanigans right there, folks. I wonder if we ain't got a fish on that fly, possibly. Something's on there. I don't think that fish right there is big enough to eat that head. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. I think he may have got that fly or got... No, by gosh, he got that head. He is a tiny thing too. That's our first dink of the day. Look at that. He tried taking him a bite of that head and got that hook up under the chin right there. You the first dink this morning out here, fish. How does it feel to be the first? That's unusual. That's really unusual. Yeah, let's go ahead and change this out right here, folks. I'm not going to fish much longer, but I'm going to just spruce things up here for the final few minutes. But yeah, this, I mean, well, about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours on the water this morning. That's the first dink at all. I've had a couple just hit my baits periodically, but nothing hooked up. Every fish we've got this far has been good quality fish. So anyway, I'll quit flapping my gums. We'll put a fresh head on there. I may switch out that bait over there for a fresh piece too. Actually, I think something was just hitting that. Maybe I was imagining things. Could be one of them old ghost bites, y'all, sneaking up on me there. But anyway, let's get some fresh baits on, see if we can close out this video with another fish. Well, we got one swimming right here. Oh, there he goes, man. There he goes. We're gonna get one more after all. I was about to film my closing and get the heck out of here, and we ended with a fish. This fish, he waited as long as he could. He knew his time was running out, and he just couldn't miss out on another Instagram follower that he's gonna get from being on this video. But the bite pretty well died on me here. It's another small. We'll get him another TikTok follower though, by gosh, for being on this video. He'll be proud of it. But the bite pretty well died off. It wasn't hot and heavy this morning, but the bites I got was good quality, and I'm always thankful for good quality fish. The wind, when I got out here this morning, it's been very light breeze today, but initially it was blowing toward this point. That fish knocked the bait off, but I'm gonna let him have it. Let me turn him this way in the light. Y'all subscribe to whatever social media he's on there. That fish will hug your neck for it. Get out of here, fish. But when I got out here this morning, the wind was kind of blowing up on this point. So, you know, even though I didn't really have at least any noticeable current flow there, like I said, there was running water at the dam, but this far upstream, kind of in the middle of, I'm on Fort Loudon today, in the middle of Fort Loudon Reservoir, there ain't any noticeable current, but the wind was kind of pushing up on that point. And you know, I saw them shad and stuff and the other bass or whatever chasing them, so it was a good situation. Now since the last hour or so, the wind shifted. Now the kayak's pointed this way, the wind's going this direction. But either way, you know, it was just kind of the setting up how I did this morning. Even though I didn't have the motor or any electronics on this kayak, you just, you know, you don't need all that stuff. That's what I hope to show with some of these videos. I know my other kayak's rigged out to the max, you know, all the bells and whistles, and those are nice tools to have, but you don't have to have that stuff. You can get out with a basic setup, you know, 1 or 2 rods, rod holders, and an anchor, and just use some common sense. You know, we've got a shallow water feeding area. We've got a deep water sanctuary off the tip of this point and out in the main channel. And so what I just did today was put myself in position just to take advantage of any fish that are going from home to feeding and back. If they swim up and down through here, I was going to get them. If they work back into this creek, I was going to get them. If they're just, you know, coming around the main channel here, there was a chance I was going to be able to attract those fish too. So a little bit of common sense goes a long way. That'll help you more than any kind of fancy boat, side scan, live scope, any of that crap. If you don't know where to put your baits, none of that stuff's ever going to help you folks. So anyway, it's lunchtime. I think that was going to be the last bite. I'm going to troll my way back to the car. I got my skipjack rods with me. I'm just going to try to pick off a few skipjack on the way back to replace what I've used today, and then I'll be ready to get after them again tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.